Marshall and this is Olivia. And we're from martialartstudiophotography.com. And today we're going to talk about food. Yes. And, which is funny because I'm not a food photographer. I am a portrait lifestyle photographer. But I am getting a lot of questions like, how do I do this? How do I do this? The principles of photography are the same, whether that you take a picture of a baby or a couple or some food. So we're going to use some things that you find around the house, a really large natural light source, and fruits and vegetables to teach you what makes a good food photo. Right, Olivia? We just went shopping today, so we have a lot of yummy fruits and vegetables. We have a wooden bowl. Try to find something natural looking, like wood or clay or handmade. And we're actually going to be shooting right here on the concrete. We had some water damage done from some flooding, and the restoration people stripped the floor, and I thought it would make a really good, oh, this is our bowl, that's right. It made a really good texture on the floor. And we have this really beautiful natural light coming in from the door, so you really don't need all of that studio equipment to really make a beautiful photo, and we're going to show you how. Right, Caleb? We're going to show you how.
Right.
Okay. Here we are. We're at the location. Now, the photos I just showed you were of someone's maybe attempt to take a photo of food with a pop-up flash, with really bad aperture, with bad lighting. It doesn't make the food very flattering. And we all have seen this at a restaurant where somebody takes an Instagram photo of their food. It's not going to give the food its natural beauty. You're not going to want to eat it. So the first thing that makes the food appetizing is the presentation. So that's why I got a wooden bowl. This would be an example of maybe a basic mixing bowl that you have around the house. So I'm going to arrange the food. I could have totally had, made something like lasagna or something like that, but honestly, the same principles of food are the same either way. What I wanted to do was kind of bring out the orange carrots against all the greenery that I have. You really have to arrange them so that you're trying to tell a story. If you have strawberries or blueberries or something, what kind of story are you trying to tell in your food? What I am going to do is shoot on top of the food. That's another thing that makes food appetizing, is shooting on top of it. Now, the reason I have this table here with the big white tablecloth is it's just a reflective surface. You really want, you have the natural light coming in from the window, you really want something to balance out that shadow that's going to be on this side. And so that's why I decided to do a white tablecloth. Anything white, you can do a white poster board, white foam board, anything that's just going to reflect your light. If you have a fancy reflector, you could use that too. And I have all of that stuff, but I really wanted to show you, you could have a couple of chairs here with a poster board from the Dollar Tree. I mean, it really wouldn't make any difference. It's just a white surface. I'm going to show you, if you have a basic DSLR, doesn't have to be a fancy one like this, but a basic one, a Nikon or a Canon. If you have a prime lens, like a 35mm 1.8, if you have a 50mm 1.8, which I can put links on the bottom to that, I think you're really going to see a difference in your food photography. You always make sure that the pretty parts of your food are showing first. You don't want bruises, sticking out, because everything is going to come out in the photo. Okay, so I have a little arrangement of vegetables here. My husband is going to make these for some kind of stir fry tonight. So I have it on my texture, which is this really nice concrete. I thought the wood and the concrete was a good contrast. So you always take food from above. Yes, you could have a tripod for this. It would actually make it easier if you had a tripod like this, but I'm using the tripod right now to film. So I'm going to have it, you want it on manual, so you're going to switch to the M function on your camera. Very important to know how to shoot manual. You can't even really do anything with your camera unless you know how to shoot manual, because of how it's such a beautiful tool, and if you don't learn all of the functions of it, you're not really pushing it to its limit. And so put on the M function. You're going to go as low as you can, which is why having a prime lens, something that doesn't zoom, is very important, because the lower that you go on the aperture, which is the opening of the lens, the more creamier. I like to take really creamy photos. Now, so in your camera, you're going to look through it, and I can post my blog post about how do you know that you're taking a bright photo, a too dark photo. So on my camera, I have a little number line on the top. Now most cameras have them in the inside. 250 ISO, 320 shutter speed, 1.4. Let's see how that looks. And we can always adjust the shutter speed or the aperture or whatever. Now what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get all of the vegetables in the shot. I don't really want to cut them out unless I'm trying to do something like this. Where just the carrots are sticking out, just the broccoli, and I'm filling up the rest of the space with empty space. It really just makes, wow, I love that. I love how in digital photography you have such easy gratification of what you're doing. And you can play around with this. You know, have food on the bottom, have text on the top. You know. We're here in the interview room with Olivia Marshall. What did you want to talk about today?
Legos.
Legos. What's your favorite color Legos?
All of them.
All of them. What do you like to build?
Houses.
Houses.
And I like, my favorite characters are ponies, and I love money.
Okay, what do you want to do when you grow up?
A bank.
You want to work in a bank so you can make money? Do you want to take photos like Mommy?
Thanks.
Someday? So Olivia, do we ever take photos with the pop-up flash?
Yes.
No, that's a no. That's a no, unless it's an emergency. We always try to find a natural light source, okay? Love you.